I'm Jen Page.
And I'm John Curtis.
And we're two nerds in a garage.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, you joined in my dance.
I cannot match your dance.
Okay. So.
Hi, nerds.
First off, we didn't get our Goonies coin yet, so we're giving you one more week
to win the Goonies
the
coin.
Bloom. So just rate and review on Apple Podcasts, and you're entered. And we will hopefully be doing that drawing next week on air somehow, picking things. Okay. However, I did want to comment on how the last 2 weeks, people have been the most vocal when it's come to 80s stuff.
Yes, the 80s movies just
and I don't
rocked
think
everyone's world.
Well, and I don't think that it's because... At first, I was like, oh, is it because most of the audiences are our age? But we have audience for all ages. I think the 80s...
Even your daughter.
Yeah, I think that the 80s just span a wider age group.
It was a decade of wonderment.
Well, that is what actually... He doesn't know at all what's about to happen.
Really?
You don't.
Oh, go.
I listed the top 10 reasons why the 80s were better.
Then what?
Then now.
Awesome.
So I want to see, I don't think you can argue with me on any of these, but you could definitely give input.
Would it even work if I tried?
Well, no, if you think I'm wrong
Okay.
and you think something's better now, you should say it.
Let's hear it.
But if you just have input on whatever I say because it brought back some fond, warm memories.
Oh, it will.
Okay. Number 10 is adventure movies. We don't have those anymore. Indiana Jones, Romancing the Stone.
This is a total makeup for Indiana Jones, isn't it? We missed Indiana Jones in our top 80s movies, and you're doing this whole segment to make up for it. But I agree. Like those adventure movies.
Yeah, Goonies.
We don't have anything like that anymore.
We really don't. I tried to think of what we have now, and I couldn't really come up with anything. I mean, the closest is Star Wars, and those aren't really adventure movies.
Right.
Like, we were just like what do we have? Remakes of 80s movies?
What kid misadventure movies are out there right now?
Yeah, none.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
So you have like the Hunger Games out there, but that's a whole different genre.
It's not an adventure movie.
It's not, and it's darker, obviously.
To me, an adventure movie is we start at point A and we have to literally travel through all kinds of turmoils and stuff to get to the end.
Yes.
I can't think of one. Do you guys think of one that's now? Because I can't. That's why I thought that's why the 80s were better.
That is why the 80s are better.
Great. So
My God.
You agree. Okay, number 9. Teen movies.
There's a lot of teen movies out there.
There's no teen movies now that capture the essence of being a teen like the 80s did. Now teen movies are very realistic. It's like they curse, they talk about sex. In the 80s, it was just fun to be a teenager.
Hey, Sarah, should I do heroin?
Also, in the 80s, all the teenagers were like 30-year-olds playing teenagers. Now actual teenagers play that.
I know, that's true. Hey, Sarah, should I do heroin and have an abortion?
Those weren't our teen movies.
That's today.
Oh.
CW.
No, I was like, today it's more like, it's not that, it's very direct now. Everything is very, I'm a big fan of like the teen shows and the movies that are on Netflix. I'm the first one to watch it. But they're very...
grown up.
Well, they are. They
There's
are.
Nothing...
They are. There's no innocence about them.
The innocence is what's missing.
Yeah. And that's why the 80s teen movies were better.
That's right.
You agree with me, too?
Yes!
Yes, I'm on a roll.
Moving on.
Okay. Number 8. Buddy cop movies. We don't have those anymore.
Well, no. Now you're wrong.
You can't count Bad Boys.
No. Like, who plays in Guardians of the Galaxy, the big Drax?
Yeah.
Remember him? He was in Stuber, and then, that big guy. It's the new genre.
Okay. Did you see Stuber?
No.
Did any of you see Stuber?
Yes.
No, right.
Oh, come on.
That's my point. But in the 80s, you saw them all. Running Scared, Lethal Weapon, like they all...
Beverly Hills Cops.
Yeah, I guess you would call it. It's a cop movie. It's not really a buddy cop movie.
What?
It was really an Eddie Murphy star movie. Buddy cop movies to me are there's two people who are equal stars.
He was buddies with all of the Beverly Hills Cops.
No, that's not a buddy cop movie. Buddy cop movies are like There's two guys who are always together. Like, that's their thing.
Cops is literally in the title of the name of the movie.
No, it's a...
Please tell me she's wrong.
But it's not a buddy cop movie. It's not a buddy. That's a Eddie Murphy starring vehicle movie.
All right, you're talking about Lethal Weapon, a quintessential buddy cop.
That's why I wouldn't say Die Hard's not a buddy cop movie either. It's a great cop movie, but it's not a buddy cop movie.
Which movie?
Die Hard.
No, that's not a buddy cop. No, I agree. But Beverly Hills Cops is a buddy cop movie.
What do you guys think?
Okay. Please, let her know.
Let me know that he's wrong. Okay. Number 7, why the 80s were better. MTV, 1, played music.
Yep.
And 2, videos were special. Like, it was an event when Thriller came out. Like, an event, and not everybody... I didn't have MTV.
Okay.
So I had to go to a friend's house to get to see it.
I agree that all those moments were spectacular and that they're not matched today, but there is an equivalent out there. Like, VH1 is constantly showing music videos, and
He's adorable. Just ignore the things he says.
And there are constantly new videos that you're seeing on YouTube and like all social media platforms.
But videos aren't
like
special
Coldplay,
anymore.
They are.
They're not.
They're special releases.
Now everybody has a video. I could go out right now and make a music video of myself lip singing to some song. Videos are not. We're inundated with so many videos. Now, I'm not saying there's not still good music videos. I'm just saying it's not a special event.
Do you think it's the sheer volume of videos that are coming out?
Yes. Because let's say like there's some people that people still go, oh my gosh, like there's a new Katy Perry video, because there's certain people that are, or Lady Gaga, there's certain people that people have a huge fan bases of.
Yeah.
But it's not an event. Like, videos were an event. Like, you had to go to the skating rink to see videos. Do you remember that? It was so exciting when the video screen would come down and play a video.
Yes.
Now videos just roll in the background when we're bowling.
That's a different era.
Exactly.
But
better.
it's still special.
It was better.
Look, you know what? Ask your daughter. I think she thinks videos are just as special to her now because it's just as special as the song is.
She didn't grow up in the 80s. She didn't. My daughter will never know I have no way to see a video unless I go to the skating rink or to my friend's house who has it.
Has she ever been to a skating rink?
I don't even know. I didn't. You know what? That didn't even make my list.
Going to a skating rinks.
We used to go.
Love bites, love bleeds.
And everybody knew Queen songs because of
Def
when you
Leppard.
skated. And,
Yep.
And I used to go to the ice rink, and that's where we hung out. Like, that was a hangout spot.
God, I remember playing like the big video games, putting quarters in, just tons of quarters, and then heading down and skating a little bit.
You're getting ahead of my number, so I'll just put that in the back now.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Go do it.
It was further up, but now we're going to say number 6, video games.
Yes!
1, they were simpler. That's simpler and, like, easy to play, but, like, Mario just went through straightforward, jumped on things. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like you have to explore these maps, and I get so bored trying to explore a map to find the next thing. You love it. I hate it. I got to go down this straight line, and then I got to fight the bad guy, and then I go to the next level.
You know what's funny is I think video games has advanced civilization in terms of, like, dexterity and, like, focus. Because...
Also ADD.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Check it out. So we've always been drawn to story-driven video games, okay?
Yes.
Legend of Zelda. I'm playing it, right? And I'm just into it. I'm engrossed. And there's 2 buttons, okay? Cut to today, and I'm playing, what? Star Wars Battlefront 2. And there's 18 buttons.
Yeah. Even
there's
the
no
joysticks
story.
are also
I'm just
buttons.
killing people.
Yeah.
So... every now and then you'll come across a really good story-driven game, but it's just so multifaceted. I don't know how to reconcile all these differences in the gaming era.
But I will say that I do appreciate games now. I'm not saying that 80s games were better. I think it's the time. There was a specialness. Like, you couldn't just not. We didn't all. I didn't have an Atari. I didn't have a Nintendo. I had to go to someone's house to play it.
Yeah, me too.
Do you remember when Super Mario first came out? You could only play it at a quarter machine, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way I could play it.
Okay.
And, like, I remember just being like, it didn't matter if you had to go pee. It didn't matter. You were going to play until you died.
You know what was special about it? It was just these things had never, like, video games are everywhere now.
Yeah.
You can turn a corner and they're in your pocket, they're in your phone,
and
they're
also the new
everywhere.
video games and the big games are lame. They're lame.
But they were just crested, like we were just discovering these things, and these stories and these things that we could interact with our thumbs and our fingers, and these stories and this music and dun 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 dun, dun. Like,
yeah,
I know. You're right. This is a great list.
Okay. So now I will say number 5, buying albums. The feeling of an album when you first got it, it was just so exciting to have it so wrapped in plastic.
And even browsing for the album. Like you're just flipping through, which you can still do today. I think a lot of people still browse for albums today.
I do love it, but it's not, there was something about back then, it was pre-CD. It was so exciting to get, like, I remember having Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
Oh, me too.
And like you would open it and you would read everything inside of there. Remember, you would just read it all and soak it in.
But just playing every song off that album was amazing.
Number 4, mixtapes.
Oh, mixtapes.
Like, so now because you have tens of thousands of songs at your fingertip,
no one ever does mixtapes anymore.
Yeah, you don't have a reason to go and make. Do you remember how much time you would take to sit and make the perfect mixtape for whatever thing you had to do?
It takes a long time to press record, record the whole song, listen to it, think what next song is going to go there, find it, record it off another tape. Oh my God.
And making mixtapes for people.
Yeah.
And like running across the living room. No. So the radio would be playing a song that you wanted, but the only way to get it is record the radio. So you'd run across the radio and you'd like slam record because you heard the 2 beats of your song, so you could have the song recorded.
And like even like holding up something to record from the radio because you can't you didn't have a device to record from the radio. Like I would hold up something to the radio to record a song for someone. If you wanted to make a mixtape for someone today, like teenagers or even young adults in their 20s, how would you do it?
I guess you'd make them a playlist.
Like you would buy the song, but what
you would like go to
what medium would you give them? Like here's my mixed.
You would say like here I made you a Spotify playlist to show you I love you. And it's too easy because you can just literally type any song and put add to playlist.
Wait.
Add to playlist.
So they would have to just access the Spotify playlist you made for them?
Yeah.
That's so easy.
I know.
Oh, it's disgusting. I'm so mad.
You kids will never understand.
I walked uphill every day to school.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Number 3 that goes along with everything we're talking about, but I'm just going to say the music. The 80s had very special music from The Cure, Cyndi Lauper, Michael Jackson before everybody had a problem with him.
You know, people from today would, like, even your daughter would say that you're wrong. They have special music that they can access all the time.
Okay, you're not going with me on the theme. What you're doing is, all music is good. No, I'm saying there was a feeling that even if you listen to like Cyndi Lauper time after time comes on right now, and I will get chills.
Of course, me too.
Duran Duran.
Yep, Ordinary World. Oh my God.
There are no bands that make me feel like that. Coldplay a little bit in the beginning of Coldplay, Wolfmother for a different reason, but I don't like the 80s. I can rattle off so many.
But just how much access do we have to the new music coming out today? It's
again,
different.
it's too much. It's not special.
But it's different.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, you know what else we had in the 80s and that they don't have now? This is under music still. We're in the same number, but power ballads. Can't beat a good old 80s hair band power ballad.
There's no more hair bands.
Oh, there's no more hair bands.
There's no more hair bands.
The same hair bands are traveling now and touring.
Hashtag bring hair bands back. Name a power ballad.
Like Cinderella. Do you remember? You don't know what you got till it's gone. I can't sing, so I can't help.
Please keep going.
All of those songs that were just over, like Slaughter had like Flight of the Angels.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, good.
Number 2, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes! There is no equivalent to that.
None.
No generation will know the magic of Saturday morning cartoons.
Nope.
It's sad.
It is. And we only really had Saturday morning for the cartoons. Like you got up early and looked forward to going in and watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Remember getting your cereal? It's your Lucky Charms and eating all the stuff, and then you just had the marshmallows left and you're watching.
Ew. That's disgusting.
What are you talking about? Everyone does that.
Do you You guys do that? That's gross.
It's the best part of Lucky Charms.
If
you
you
eat
eat
the
it
regular
together-
stuff. No.
Ew.
No, you need the
Weirdo.
marshmallow. What? You need the marshmallows at the end. It's the prize for eating the good stuff.
No, it tastes better when you have the crunchy and the soft. Otherwise, you just have mushy sugar.
No. You eat through the other stuff, and then you have all these marshmallows left, and then you eat them.
I wasn't a big Lucky Charms eater anyway. I think I was more like Cocoa Puffs and Cookie Crisp.
Trust me, Cocoa Pebbles.
I don't know. Even that.
Fruity
I like
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles, but they got mushy so fast.
That's why you got to eat it fast.
Do you remember one of your favorite Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh, sure. Let's see. Saturday morning, we got
Smurfs was one.
Smurfs. We got Bugs. Even Bugs Bunny reruns came on, and I was like all into that. But what? Let's see. Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers were weekdays. Robotech was weekdays. What's Saturday morning cartoons?
I didn't have any weekday cartoons.
What?
I don't remember seeing.
You wouldn't come home from school and watch
I don't
G.I.
think
Joe,
so.
Transformers.
We were a different generation. You know what I used to do? I used to
No,
come
we're
home-
not.
I used to come home from. No, I mean not us. I'm just saying like back then. I would come home from school and almost immediately go on my bicycle and ride around and find friends or whatever.
Oh, so you were like the healthy one. So I think He-Man was weekend. I think He-Man was. Dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun.
so the New Adventures of Mighty Mouse.
No.
I didn't. You didn't watch Mighty Mouse?
Nope.
Here I come to save the
Oh,
day.
yeah. Okay. It's ringing a bell.
I did not even know that Star Wars Ewoks had a cartoon.
That's not a thing. It was not a recurring Saturday morning thing. That's a one-off. Let's get rid of it. It was terrible.
Harlem Globetrotters cartoon?
Yeah,
I remember that.
Okay, now it's all coming back, like the Scooby-Doos,
Yeah.
like the stupid
What are we forgetting, you guys?
Rocky
What are
and
we forgetting?
Bullwinkle.
Okay, let's get to my number one. Number one thing that was special about the 80s, the toys.
Oh.
We had Cabbage Patch Dolls. We had He-Man, Transformers.
G.I. Joes. We had action figures galore of
Yeah.
everything. GoBots. Do you think we can't really gauge this because we don't go out and get toys now?
Oh, we do. Don't even try to lie.
Yeah, but no, honestly, like we don't peruse the toy store or the toy aisle.
I think the difference is, again, I think there's inundated with every toy imaginable now, and so it doesn't feel special. Like to get a Cabbage Patch back then was like you won the lottery.
Yeah, I think the last thing like that was the Tickle Me Elmo, right?
Yeah,
the last
probably.
special toy that someone got.
I mean, maybe
I
there was
got
something
one!
recently, but I can't think of what it would be. You just brought my evil laugh when you did that. Yeah. What was your guys' favorite toy from the 80s? Because I'm forgetting some of the big ones.
My favorite toy ever. I think I talked about this.
On the Christmas show, probably.
Yeah, Jetfire. It was the Transformer that was the crossover to Robotech. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Those were special years.
So we won't continue to talk about the 80s on future shows except for this one thing. After we got in such battles
About the 80s movies.
about the 80s movies, and I got to tell you, I'd rather have these battles and these fights than over all the political stuff and everything happening. So
Yeah.
let's continue this going.
Okay. This is a huge endeavor. Okay? We're going to take the whole decade, but we're going to break it down year by year. And we are going to bracket the whole 80s movies and come down with the best. Starting with 1980.
Yes. So today I'm going to bring up two movies. He's going to bring up two movies. We're going to get them down to those four movies. We're going to get it down to two, and then you guys are going to break the tie, and that movie will move on.
Yes.
And then next week we'll do 81, and we'll keep doing this until we're through the decade.
Yeah.
And have a final winner.
This is insane because there are so many good movies in the 80s.
You had a really hard time picking.
I
couldn't
did.
find anything, so I'll go first.
Please go.
1980, from the list that I found online.
So you're going to give two, I'm going to give two.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the list I found online, the only movies that really stood out were Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back,
Strikes Back.
and Superman 2.
Okay.
And in fairness, I don't even remember Superman 2, but I remember loving the Superman movies as a kid. So
Kneel before Zod.
I picked those.
So you picked good ones.
Was Superman 2 the one with the flat mirror things?
Yes.
The people stuck in the mirrors?
Yes.
I remember that one the most.
Yes.
Okay, so I picked two that I remember well.
Great movies. So these are honorable mentions. I'm going to get out of the way. 9 to 5, Flash Gordon, Superman 2.
Oh, yeah, Flash Gordon was 1980?
Yeah.
It's terrible now. I don't watch it now. But I loved Flash Gordon.
It's not terrible.
Oh, it is.
You could watch it now and be like, oh.
No, you really can't. Anyway.
I kind of want to watch it now.
9 to 5 was the was that
Yes! My two are Empire Strikes Back, which is my favorite movie of all time. And obviously you know where this is going to go. And Caddyshack.
I never got myself to watch Caddyshack. Finally, I don't have to argue with anyone anymore. Crap, he's back.
Are you kidding me? What?
I know. I'm always like, maybe I should try it. It's just, okay, here's the thing.
It's so good.
Let's talk about Caddyshack for a second. There's a movie that's all about the making of National Lampoon.
Yes.
And Caddyshack was a complete flop when it came out. It didn't make any sense. It was everybody wanted to be a star. Everybody be like improvising. It became popular way after its release.
I didn't know this, but
Yes.
it's amazing.
So
absolutely gersterned freaking hilarious.
I do want to say though, I think that 9 to 5 I want to just give that shout out to the women who made that, because I think that they started a movement that was really important.
Hell yes. So if we're gonna give them two movies to vote on,
Yes. Well, it has to be Empire Strikes Back.
It has to be Empire
we both
Strikes Back,
agree.
yes.
So now we have to go between Caddyshack and Superman 2. There's no way I'm going to pick Caddyshack.
I was almost gonna put 9 to 5 in there.
Okay, but
It can't be Superman 2.
Okay, so it'd be Empire versus 9 to 5. They're so different, but they're both important.
They are.
Maybe that's a good battling.
I really want everyone to vote for Empire Strikes Back. So I honestly want to put the best movie up there, and I think it's Caddyshack.
Okay, here's what we're going to do for just this first one. I don't know if we're going to do this every time. Those of you who regularly watch and comment, put the two, not your favorite, just put two that you want to see battle it out. Don't tell us which one you like more, because we'll do that later.
Okay.
So the two out of Caddyshack, 9 to 5, Superman 2,
and Empire
Strikes Back.
Give
us the two you want to see battle out.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Perfect. Moving
nice. On. Oh.
Do you like my shirt?
I love your shirt. By the way, this shirt that you got me is one of my favorite shirts of all time. But it just reminds me of
It reminds you of the movie you hated.
Yeah.
Which I bought it. I
love this shirt.
I bought this shirt before he saw The Last Jedi. And then I gave it to him at Christmas. He was like, "Oh, thanks." Remember all the Star Wars stuff you got at Christmas that year?
I know.
And you were just like, I gave him the Jedi Bible, and he was just like, "Cool."
Yeah. I'm dead inside. I like dressing up.
Like
cosplay.
Oh, okay. We
And
don't do it enough.
And we don't, but it made me think of appropriate times to dress up.
Always?
Yeah, always. But then maybe there's some times that are not.
Okay.
But some things are up for discussion, and I think we should talk about it.
Okay, give me your list.
So, times you can and cannot cosplay. Let's start with an easy one. Conventions.
Well, assuming it's a nerd convention, cosplay.
Yes.
If it's like a convention for dentists, maybe not.
I disagree. You dress up as that tooth.
So should we go as a dentist?
You go as Superman tooth fairy, whatever. Okay. Actually, my next thing on my list is the doctor's office.
Okay, I would say probably shouldn't. It's hard for me to say no because I'm of the opinion of be you, do you. But yeah, I guess it's inappropriate. When you're a woman, you're going to the gynecologist and
yeah, should you be dressed as Wonder Woman?
Yeah, can I keep my leg what are they called? My holsters on?
Sure, won't get in the way. Should you cosplay at the supermarket?
I think that I think it would draw a lot of attention to yourself in probably a bad way.
Or a good way.
Here's the thing.
Maybe a lot of people come up badass.
Well, I was going to say, I think I've been to the grocery store a lot, either dressed as something because we're on the way to somewhere, or in my pajamas, straight up
Pajamas is not cosplay.
Well, but I'm saying it still draws attention. You're still that person. And maybe I'm cosplaying as
But look, if you're dressed as Wonder Woman or if you're dressed in your pajamas, someone's going to judge you as whoa. And someone's going to judge you as oh.
I guess the answer is not inappropriate, but maybe weird.
Okay, fine. When you're vacuuming.
Is there any other way to vacuum?
Okay, I like it. Really, you don't have a lot of criticism when you're vacuuming. If you were dressed as Star-Lord, so be it.
Although, maybe you should be dressed up and vacuuming.
Okay.
Because we could use some more vacuuming at the time.
I knew that was coming. dog walking.
I think please do.
Yes! I think
mean,
most people should make a point to cosplay while they dog walk.
I think that would be amazing.
They should cosplay their dog, too.
Oh, man, the possibilities are
Endless.
endless.
Babysitting.
Well, yes, because if they're...
I was going to go hard no.
Well, if they're kids and you come over and you're like, today we're playing Star Wars... You'd be the coolest babysitter around.
And the parents would be like, taking it a little too far.
Theory,
but we're still going to pay you.
That parent, in theory,
knows
hired you because you're awesome.
Okay. All right. Gray line. Parole hearing.
No.
With the judge. No. Okay.
Unless,
now I have a backup.
Unless.
What?
You need to claim insane.
Okay. So here's the backup question. Parole officer meeting.
I mean, if it's your job, I don't know. Like,
we're meeting. Hey, this is our monthly meeting with my parole officer. I'm dressed as Han Solo.
It's like I had to come straight from work.
Well, this is better than battery.
But probably not. I wouldn't recommend it.
Sporting events.
Also, before we move on, though, remember the episode of 30 Rock where Tina Fey dressed as Princess Leia to get out of jury duty?
Yes! That was genius. She tried to act crazy. Oh, Tina Fey.
Sporting events. Okay, well, here's the interesting thing about sporting events. First of all, it's all cosplay because you're totally getting into your sport person. Whether you're going
it's not cosplay, though.
Well, as far as painting your face.
It's fandom.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like taking something you love and going all out into the colors and into the theme. Now,
it's close, yes.
Beyond that, we have cosplayed when we've gone to sporting events.
We have, but only on, like, Halloween days.
But still, we've done it.
It's fun.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to show up. You can't really take a lightsaber because they're going to think it's a weapon.
Yeah, you can't take it. Here's one. The day after Halloween.
You know what? If you really love your costume, you should just wear it.
Okay. Wow.
Be you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Rock out. Okay. Your mother's birthday.
If it's my mom, sorry, Mom, you know me. I will come cosplay if I want to. Most likely I'm not going to because I'm really lazy and I'm going to be lucky if I put on real pants and not sweatpants.
I will dress as Princess Leia for my mom's next birthday.
I'm holding you to that. Audience holds him to that.
That's all I got.
That's okay, because now we all know we're going to end on that. All right, before we go, I have one piece of nerd news.
Oh, I got some nerd news too.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Oh, really? CW is bringing back your favorite movie as a reboot for a TV series, The Lost Boys. What do you think of that?
I am not happy.
I figured.
Lost Boys, again, special. Package it in a special little heart and bubble wrap. You can't redo it. It's going to be all CW'd and soapy drama, and I'm not into it. I'm not happy about it.
You're not going to watch it?
I'll probably watch it.
You'll watch the whole thing. What do you got?
Do you have any other nerd news?
I do. Sonic the Hedgehog killed at the box office with my man crush.
But Sonic killed not necessarily even because the movie was good, although I will say my daughter went and saw it, and she said it was funnier than she expected. But parents need something to take their kids to. So anytime a kids movie comes out, they're there. It's going to be a success.
Would you consider Sonic one of the special video games of our past?
Okay, I wouldn't because I never played it and didn't really like
either.
it. But my sister, who's 4 years younger than me, loved it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I missed it. I missed the whole Sonic thing. Yeah. Even though, ding-ding-ding-ding-ding.
I do like the coin sound. Okay, Tom Holland said that he's in talks for a Back to the Future reboot.
No! 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 No!
I should have told you all to sit down before I said that.
Not a reboot. Please tell me it's a continuation or something different. You cannot, if there's no other Marty McFly. No,
I will say,
where did you hear this?
I will say that that was my first reaction. I still agree. Don't do it. Stop. Leave it alone, Hollywood. But I will say that when I sat and thought about it, I was like, well, Tom Holland is the only actor today that could do Marty McFly. Think about it.
No excuse.
Put yourself into.
Look, I love Tom Holland's awesome. There's no better Spider-Man, and that says a lot because we grew up with like strong ties to Tobey Maguire. You like Andrew Garfield. This cannot happen.
I agree. It's a problem.
Please tell me it's
even if it's a continuation.
Standalone.
It's still a problem.
No, a continuation would at least leave Michael J. Fox's legacy intact. You cannot. No, I'm mad.
Well, I'm not sure.
Can't end the show
I just know
like
there
this.
was talks, so I don't know what to say other than it might be a reboot, it might be a remake, it might be a continuation.
Okay.
But I do agree that I don't want to see it happen.
Nope.
Oh, we need happy news now to end
So
the show
in
on.
happy news, she's hot.
In happy news, Playing with Beethoven, my feature film, is in a big festival.
Us, which festival?
The Women's Film Festival in Philadelphia. It's finally going to be out there for everybody to see.
Yes!
I know it's not related to nerds, but at least it's happy.
That's happy news. That makes me happy because you're talented.
And you're in it.
And you're on.
You starred it.
You're an awesome director.
With Shannon Elizabeth.
Okay.
Why are you sweating?
Because it's hot out. Thanks, nerds.
Thank you, nerds, so much.
This was fun.
We will see you soon. But remember, rate and review on Apple Podcasts. You have one last week to win a Goonies Doubloon.
Visit our merch shop. Support us.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
You guys are awesome. Bye. You've been listening to Two Nerds in a Garage podcast. If you're having fun nerding out with us, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review as it really helps us find the show, which helps us keep delivering fun content. We're also on all of your other favorite podcast apps, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This show is supported by our listeners just like you. Please visit twonerdsinAgarage.com to find all the ways you can help keep supporting us, including our merch shop and direct donations through PayPal. Thank you again for being on this hero's journey with us.